Well, good morning again. This is Hero. What we're looking at is parts of the double air layer juniper. It was a big gnocchi that I was trying to make into a bonsai, and I was trying to make 3. Well, we might make 3, but it's not my original intent. If you go back on the chapter, when I took these out, the top part was dead. Well, once again, it was mainly due to the lack of watering, or in this case, the outside kind of fell apart. So basically it got dried out, and so it didn't work. But when I was trying to get this middle piece, ended up with 2, possibly 3. Well, the third one here in the bottle is not going to make it. This piece here had a slight glimmer of chance, and it was very sliced, so I was treating it like a hardwood cutting. Well, it didn't work. So we got this piece and this other piece here. So I'm not going to style it. I'm going to get it started in some sort of direction. Okay, this piece here. I'm not going to do too much. We're still more or less in that recovery state. So I'm going to start to kind of thin it out so that we could have an idea what we have in the future. So let me go ahead and open it up so we have an idea where it might go. I think this one might be fairly straightforward. We just got too many branches in there. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. You know, I was looking at the tag, and this was started in the beginning of the year, in January. And we're in August now. This was in the recovery stage, so I didn't feed anything yet. But now that it's, I think, well established, I'm going to start feeding it and get to the next stage. I just couldn't see anything. And what's missing right now is our clear definition for the apex. Am I going to go dripping down? Am I going to go up? Is it going to be more slant style? Or is it going to be going back and becoming more informal upright? All those things will come in the next 2 to 3 years. It's not going to be a simple process, but at least it's got a chance. Okay, so anyway, this one I'm going to let it go, and probably next spring we'll see what happens. Okay, this one here, it's a big disappointment. Well, we got these 2. This is good, but the one up on top, what are we going to do with that? What style are we looking at here? It's kind of go against each other, right? And I've been looking at it, and I said, well, you know, like, if my original plan had worked, I would have had 2 great new pieces and still kept the bottom. But ended up with the top failing. That one had the best shape because it was more or less the apex, and this was the middle, and this was supposed to have a better future, better instant future. But anyway, I've been looking at it, and then I'll show you what I'm thinking. Go ahead and you start to think about what I could do with this thing and try to make it into something for the future. It's not going to be instant, that's for sure. I think it's going to be a major effort to get this to style up. Okay, you see this piece here? I think this is going to help save this project. I'm going to let this thing really grow, and then hopefully eventually this will get cut out, and then we have to create a whole new apex. And I'm thinking it needs to go about this high. So we got 2-3 years worth of effort there. But then we have this problem with this big branch over here that we're going to have to deal with. But See, this big branch here, it's big as this first branch, and it's supposed to be smaller. And I think that's going to be a problem. And there's really no way to create an apex off of this one here. So what was I thinking? I was thinking maybe I should just cut off this side, keep this small, try to get the energy go up on this one here, and wait it out. So we want to keep this, make this shorter. I think that's about the only option I have right now. And we probably got a 5-year project. I was hoping for 1 or 2, but I think this one, because of the way that air layering didn't take the way I thought. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Most of the time, I think you see me just use a reciprocating saw, but this is still in recovery. So I'm going to use this hand saw so that there is not that much vibration. So I'll be doing this by hand because down here, it may not be fully recovered. See, it's so okay. I think I'm also gonna shorten these up so we don't pick up any more energy here. We want all the energy to be in that top. I think I'm gonna keep this one here just in case we need to fake something here. That's not what we should be doing normally, but this is not gonna be a normal tree, I don't think. So we just keep some options open. Maybe it'll work, maybe not. And we could always cut it off later. Okay. Oh, well, this tree is nothing but bad news. You see right here? I don't know, maybe you could see it right here. There's a split in it. It may stay together, in which case I'm gonna have to carve and do something. But oh yeah, nothing but bad news. This might have been better if it was chopped. But then, where's the challenge, right? So anyway, we're gonna, well, I see that this one has not been fed either, which makes sense because usually we don't feed it in that recovery stage. And now we're okay in the recovery mostly, so we'll start feeding and get some vigorous growth. This one here is a bunch of jumbo branches. Probably need cleaning, but no need to hurry because it's at the lower part here, so we'll use it as a sacrifice branch. It may not even stay, but definitely it will be cleaned up next year sometime. But like I was saying, I think this looks like a 5-year project now. Yeah, well, I didn't see that one coming, but it's there now. So, okay, let's go take a quick look at the main or the mother plant, and then we'll say goodbye for this chapter. Okay, here is the mother plant. It's nice and healthy, of course, and I want to keep it that way. But I'm not going to work on it today because I have so many other things to do. Probably either this fall or next late winter, somewhere in that neighborhood, we could take this thing down to our basic line and let her grow back. Yeah, one of the reasons why I'm not going to work on it today is you can see next to it all these trees need servicing very badly. People can't even consider buying these because you can't see what's in it. So anyway, this is Hero saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. This has been the double air layered juniper that didn't really work very well.